All right, guys, welcome out to another night of True Racers Championship Racing League. Again, got to thank some sponsors out here. We got Monkey Broadcasting, aka the Big Monkey. We got B&B Wraps, Advanced Sim Racing, Jacksonville Raceway, and as always, I hope we get some good racing out and see what these guys can do. They're in qualifying right now, and then we'll head right into the feature or heats, and then into the feature. Stick in here, and we'll see. Right now, our own JB league owner sitting second on the board. Jeff Kemp sitting fifth. Another league member, Kevin Prettyman 10th. Dylan Smith 11th. Glenn Sharp 14th. And just looking through to see where Adam Bell stacked up. Not sure if he'll qualify or not, but we shall see. No invert for the feature. So no invert for heat racing, no invert for feature, and just gonna stack them up, see where everyone stands. We're actually running this race to prelude to our 3-day race. It's $50 to win. So if you guys like what you see, hopefully we will. Hopefully we get some good racing. It's an open race, so there's gonna be some dingling ding dongs that we're gonna have to get out of here, but it'll be all right, and we'll push through it. And hopefully some of the league guys will have some good runs, and also guys that just entered that just want to run clean and have fun. We'll have some good runs too. We'll get them sorted out and be green here in just a couple seconds. All right, we'll bring up our first heat. Uh, get you some cars lined up here. It looks like the 74 should be bringing up the front row. 74, I believe that's a 3. It's hard to tell. Some of these guys have iRacing numbers over their car, but I know we got in the third row, we got Dylan Smith running this one in Race Reporter. And I think that's it for the league members. If not, Glenn Sharp might be in this one. We'll have to see. Bring him around. Glenn Sharp's not in this heat, but we should be good coming out of the corner here. See if we can pull up some little bit of footage. The old 74 car hitting his first couple laps here with True Racers Championship League. Come out, check them out, have some fun, race clean, or get booted. Gonna give it the old 15 car for helping us out here with in-race reporting. Gonna get his first run at it, and they're stacking them up. Green, 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 boys. Green, green, green. See what happens. I'm not too sure if there's cautions here in the heat races. Okay. Definitely cautions in the heat races. So, believe we're under caution at the moment. Give you a little watch there. Ooh, someone took a big tumble down there. Oh. You get 16 car into the wall by himself. No help there. Just climbed the wall and just started flipping. So, sucks for him. Hope he's able to climb up out of that car and keep her digging. Back to live action. Looks like single file restart. Get stuff sorted out here in the front and see if we can get some green flag runs. Little bit of a jump there on the 74, but it is on the leader. That's why we love these kind of starts where its leader is in command. So he checks out pretty good. We're going to look a little bit back in the pack here, see if we can't see some battles brewing out. I'd love to know like a transfer position, exactly how many they're taking, but we'll go lap after lap, and we'll try to figure it out for you guys as we go. So we're taking 6 from what I hear from admins and my race reporter, as we're taking 6 from each heat race. So right now we got a bubble position with Parker Branch and Steven Ferguson. Big old Steven Fergie. Is that Fergie, Henry? Different one. Steven Ferguson on the bubble. Trying to get to Dakota Brown. So we'll see what happens there. But as of right now, we got a great battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Looks like Dakota's trying to get up there. Mr. Brown and the looks like the 53 cars trying to get up there and work. I think a lot of guys are just settled into where they're running. I don't say that I blame them. They're already in the race, so we're gonna give them time to work it with 2 laps to go, coming to the green or coming to the start finish line right out of 4 here. Good battle. 3rd, 4th, and 5th, man. Good battles. Hell, you might as well put 2nd place right there, too, because they're right hot on his heels. Gavin Mapes, Austin Humphrey, the old Dylan Smith in there giving it what for, and Mark and Tony. I have no clue how to pronounce your name. I'm totally sorry, but I'm not even going to apologize because there's no way I can. Oh, one in the wall. That's after the race. It's after it. So we're good. Green, green, green. Checker, checker, checker. Wasting no time coming out here stacking her up. Good. Dylan Smith just scored a top 5 in her heat race. He will transfer into the main event. Any thoughts on the track, setup, anything as far as that goes?
Well, it's still pretty early on in the race there, so track still has a lot of bite in it. But as the races go on here, it's gonna slick off a little bit. You might see the time slow down, and definitely gonna widen out a little bit. So I think you'll see cars running top and bottom, and maybe even a middle groove later on in the future, probably.
So there was a lot. I think there was a lot of patience going on there with you, because it seemed like you had them really in your sight, right up on them, and just make the feature and then figure it out later. Or were you going for every inch?
Well, I was already in 5th, and like I said, they were taking 6th, so I knew I was already in a transfer spot. But if I could have picked off 1, which I actually did at the line. I picked off 4th at the line, which is good. But just being in the race, knowing you're in the race, you just want to take it easy, save your equipment for later on in the future, and be there at the end of the night. And that's kind of what I did. But tight racing, good racing for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th there. So that's how the whole night turns out. I think we're gonna have one hell of a racetrack and one hell of a race for the broadcast.
Yeah, we always bring a good crowd in, thanks to Jeremy and his posts. As we talk about JB will start inside pole position. The 11 car on his outside, the 57 starting 3rd, 26 outside, 2nd row, 37, 39, and a 57. See where they stack them out. Good start on that outside. I don't know if Jeremy was a little delayed there, but looking good, both of them. Really good battle brewing in the lead. Woo! Running that inside in that 11.
Yeah, I definitely think the bottom's definitely a place to be early on in the race. A lot of moisture down there, shortest way around the track. Going to be the quickest way. You'll see a lot of guys running, making moves, running down on the bottom there. But like later on in the future, I think you'll see that top line come in, and like what Jeremy's doing right now, probably trying to burn it in a little bit, so we could have 2-3 wide racing in the future.
You see that 57 try to follow suit behind the 11 car there. Joshua here running first. Jeremy Buechner in 2nd. Anton, don't ask me to pronounce it, I'm sorry. But pretty sure he's Canadian, if not close to it. But they're running good, they're running clean. Jeremy's adjusting his line to where he needs to be, and he will take it. I didn't see another True Racer guy in this heat, man. There must be a bunch of heats.
Yeah, there's probably a lot. We got a lot of entries tonight, so you'll probably see them spread out, or they just might all be in one heat race. But as you just saw the pass on Jeremy there with the 57, I think Jeremy's probably just hanging on, knowing he's already in the future. He's not going to fight too hard for 2nd. But
yeah, I don't know if I would either. I mean, if I was coming up on him, catching him like there, this is not really worth it at this point.
These 2 cars look exactly alike.
You're in a transfer spot already. You just want to look around and see where your car seems to handle the best, whether it's the top, bottom, or the middle. You want to know where your car is going to go, and I think that's what Jeremy's doing out there.
I can't say that I blame him, man. As far as that racing goes, he's a veteran. He's been doing a lot of official races for a couple years now, so I know a lot of these other guys too have been running a long time, but we're going to go back with this transfer spot. Good Lord.
Seems like the 57 has a little bit of a diamond line going right now. It seems to be working for him. He was getting a lot of speed going in on the top, and kind of pointing that car down towards the bottom of the racetrack, and he was really getting a run down those straightaways, catching that leader.
Yeah, it looked good. It looked good. It almost looked like it ended early on my side, but it's all good. It was a good heat race. All right. Oh, look
You
at
got
the
two
pole.
true racers on the front row, Adam Bell and Jeff Kemp starting up front, representing true racers. And you got Kevin Prettyman starting fourth on the outside.
Is that 44 backer I see? I see a green, black, and white 44. I don't think that's Tyler Blankenship, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong before.
That would be Jason Rosenfield.
Still a beautiful car.
And you got Glenn Sharp out in this heat race too.
Oh, Big Glenn. So we'll see who can burn and turn. We are taking 6. 6 to the feature. That is a nice looking hot rod right there. Whoop, whoop.
As I'm looking at the track as they're rolling down through here, and the one I see you can see it's starting to slick over a little bit, but that you still have a patch of brown right around the inside of the racetrack. And I think if you hit that right, you're going to be ripping around this track, and you're going to be setting the world on fire.
We got the 397 with the old Ford emblem there on the freaking hood scoop. What do you think? Ford have anything for him?
Well, you believe it or not, a lot of these big blocks, I mean, back in the day, probably 5-10 years ago, a lot of big blocks were actually made by Ford, and he's probably still a strong believer that Ford's the best one out there. So we'll see how it turns out.
Yeah, I like me a good Ford, baby. Come on. They're getting racy early. Jeff's got a good line on that outside, though. He's holding her out there. I don't know if it'll hold in the longer run, but it's looking good right now. As Adam Bell gets just a little bit more of a run off of the corner there. You got to think Jeff's seeing that, and he's thinking maybe I should tuck down under him.
As there he goes, he does move down a little bit. Not quite fully, but he did move down to the middle of the racetrack, trying to get in and fall in behind Adam, where he obviously sees the track's a little faster down there, but
he's still trying to pull down in. I don't think he wanted to cut the 397 off just yet. It's early. You don't want to go through a consi. Oh.
Yeah, if you have to go through a consi, it just makes your night that much longer, having to run a consi and then jump right into a feature. But seems like Jeff got her down to the bottom, and he's maybe taking some notes down on where Adam Bell's running, and maybe trying to figure out where he could be a little bit faster than him.
See what Kevin Prettyman just made a pass on the outside of the 397 for third. That is crazy from what we've seen so far. Unless the 397 hit something that was pretty cool.
Kevin seems to have the outside rolling. Oh, as I say that, he does move down to the bottom.
He is a bottom feeder. That's why I was like, what? But you got to race where the guy isn't racing. You can't pass him in his, in his shoes. You got to go outside the box. It looks like 397 said, don't leave that window open too long because I'm going to take it.
Yeah, those words you just said. What you want to do is you want to go where the grip is. In 9 out of 10 times, it seems to be where everybody's running. But a guy like Kevin he'll go out there and try that outside and find that grip early on, and he'll start making his moves. He'll go up there when nobody else is, and everybody will be following. the 88 of Kevin Prettyman right to the front.
Yeah, there's been several times I'll be on the top side just eating her. She sounds good. And here comes the 88 car on my inside, and then vice versa. It's insane. There's the checkered. Adam Bell, Jeff Kemp, Kevin Prettyman was a 97 or 397. Alex. That's a long name. We'll just leave it at that. All right, we got the big JB up in here. What do you think, man? What did you think about that heat race you had, Jeremy? Wonder if he's getting a drink. He's getting a drink. About to go green. What do you think? Come on.
I think you got 4 cars in here. They all make it. I think you'll still see some guys trying to get a couple spots to start a little bit farther up in the future, but they all qualify, so hopefully they keep it together.
All right, fellas, you pulled me up into the booth as soon as I walked away, I bet.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you, what did you think of the heat race, man? I know Dylan was saying that, maybe you just held off just a little bit, just kept her in there so you made the feature.
I was racing to win, but it was so freaking slick. I was not expecting it. I didn't race the last 5 or 6 minutes of practice, and I wasn't expecting the track to be that slick, honestly. And it just took me a minute to get it, and then I got pushed up high, and that's not where I wanted to be. It wasn't the fast place to be at the time, and I just got shuffled back. I mean, I was fighting for second there. I think if I had a couple laps, I might go back to second, but I mean, it's been really clean racing out there, and I can't stress that enough. It's been really good so far. So
it looks good, man. We had Dylan here, in-race reporter, doing a great job on and off the track, and it looks really good. Everyone's giving and taking. I don't think we have any bad apples as of yet, but time will tell.
I mean, the feature race is coming. I mean, I know people are going to get aggressive. I mean, there is nothing on the line. I mean, to move on, you have to race clean. So I'm hoping that people get that point, that it's not about winning. It's about making the big show. It's free to enter, but you have to race through. You can't just get a spot and go. We're done having races where people are just being straight knuckleheads.
Well, and I think that's what a lot of people, a lot of our viewers, a lot of the guys in iRacing need to know, like, you don't necessarily have to win. Everyone's going to want to win, but ultimately you want to run clean, whether it's first or last, and then that's how you push through to the hot week.
Yeah. And you know, right now, say all these guys right here entered, it'd be a 2-day event. But I'm guessing we're going to have close to the 70 entries that I opened. And if that's the case, it's going to be a 3-day event with the championship day being on the 3rd day. So I look forward to it. I hope we get a good turnout. Sponsors deserve it. You guys always do a great job, so you guys deserve it. And I just hope we can get some good racing out of it.
Oh, and we will. So we're buttoning up on the B main. We going straight to the A main?
Yep, I'm skipping it. I already told everybody.
Do you got to practice?
So Jeremy, I have a question for you.
All right, here we go. We got the 74 car on the front row. Looking good. I mean, he's been looking good all night. 11 car outside. Adam Bell, 23B on the inside, second row. 51, Jeff Kemp. The 57 on the inside of the third row. And 02 of JB, Jeremy Beekner. We got, I think, we got most of True Racers into the top 10 for a start. We got the 1, row 4, outside him, Dylan Smith in the 15 car, 15S. And then right behind him in the 5th row would be Kevin Prettyman. The rest of the guys will follow suit with whatever's transpiring in front of them. I hope for a good race, and I know everyone else does too, so pull them tight. We're about to go green. It is a long way. Very long way. Looked like Adam Bell there. A little bit of contact with the inside wall, but was able to recover the car. We got a car around. Believe that was the 88. If I'm not mistaken, I think that was the 88 of Kevin Prettyman in the wall there. Not sure what caused it. We are about to find out. Early wreck too. See here what happened here. This looks like the 37 car got into the back of him. Watching the replay again here. Yeah, 37 car got in the back of the 88, spun him around. Yeah, it looks just like we'll put the 37 in the tail of the field for getting to the back of the 88, and we go back to green here.
Start a little bit better, and just misjudged the start time and got into the back of him. I bet you there was probably no hard feelings and probably wasn't intentional, just trying to get a good jump on the first lap here.
No, it did not look intentional at all. But I gotta stress, anyone who's involved in the accident, even if you have guys wrecking in front of you and you get tangled up with them guys, we have to send everyone to the rear. To a certain extent, I mean, if you come in there and dudes are stopped and you plow into them, that's a different story. But green, 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 we already back to green. Definitely, that last caution did not look intentional by any means. He just come down in there, had a good run, and Kevin was trying to check up to hit the corner center a little bit better, and they just kind of took her around. He'll come back. 37 car will come back. 88 car will come back. Last man standing, damn near. Honestly, not sure what that caution's for, because none of the cars... You know what? I think it was the 88 car coming out of the pits, because he's drawn up the back of the field. I'm not sure, though, why that caution came out. There was no one drawn back. So we're going to keep rolling through it. Didn't see any cars crash at all, so...
We'll call that one a debris caution.
The water bottle on the track. I really wanted to get a little bit more green flag run in so that we can, everyone can feel the track out a little bit better, because I know me, man, it takes me 7-8 laps to get the hang of the car. Every caution, it just kills me. But some guys really are really good at the old jump on the caution, guy in front of you type of deal, and that's cool. But long run, you'll see who's faster.
Yeah, the track's definitely starting to widen out a little bit, so I think you'll see guys going to the bottom and going to the top, and definitely think you're in for a good race so far.
The bottom, man, you better be on that bottom, inside wall bottom. It is widened out like crazy.
There's some guys that can hit that bottom pretty well, and Adam Bell is one of them. You know, you'll see him running that bottom the whole race. I'll almost guarantee that.
Yeah, and he's looking good at it, sitting third. We also have Jeff Kemp sitting fifth, and 0-2 Jeremy Beekner and Dylan Smith sitting in the same row. Guy blinking out there. I don't know who the heck that is, but let's see if we can get some green flag runs in here. Got to remember, everyone, moving forward, True Racers Championship iRacing Series Season 3 is coming up. Jeremy Beekner is doing a 2 or 3 night, depending on how many cars enter, like a little shootout, and he's putting $50 on the line. So y'all want to come in and race, big setup, no entry fee, get in here, let's race. But be clean or get booted. Yellow out once again. Guy was blinking so bad I couldn't even get a number off it. Like, I saw him in the wall, if you watch here. You see him. Oh, 88. Good lord. Kevin's not having a good race. We'll pull Kevin's up. Damn, 14. Think that was the 14 car. I'm not sure, but Kevin was trying to hold his own, and dang, he come down in there with some steam, boy. Boom! Slamming in the outside wall. Game over. Good night. Woo! Again, hard racing, though. We are back live at you. Try to get some more True Racers Championship Racing Series laps in under a practice race that is gonna be good once we get this shit figured out. '74 car on tee every time with the 11 and 57 in tow. Adam Bell, Jeff Kemp, JB, Jeremy Beekner, the 15 car of Dylan Smith, all rounding out the top 8 right there. Another caution. And again, there's nobody on the track that caused caution.
I think 15 got into the 53.
Watching it now. Yep, watching her now. It looks like the 53 blinked out, checked the ass end of the 397, then rolled around and got spun by the 15. And when you're blinking out, I'm sorry, that's a shitty aspect of iRacing, but when you blink like that, we'll have to see if that happened on their end, but it happened on my end. He blinked out for a long time.
Well, he's been a blinking the whole race.
Difficulties trying to get started here, but Volusia is definitely one of the tougher tracks, but it's also one of the most prestige tracks. You think of big races, and Volusia is definitely up at the top of their list here.
Oh, I love it, man. It's just like Knoxville. It's good. Awesome.
That
Good
74 is leaving a little bit early.
It's on him, though. It's on him. It's on the 74. And look at what the 11 did. He was preying on him leaving early. So it's on the leader as long as the pace car's off the track before he goes by him. And it was close, but it's doable. see, we got a couple guys up here racing. We got Adam Bell trying to get by the 57 car here. We got the 11 and the 74 11 going for the lead. We got a challenge for the lead first time tonight. First time tonight, challenge for the lead with the 11 and the 57, or 74, I'm sorry. 74 changes his line, come to the bottom, see if he can get by this 11 car, back by him. 11's holding it down, so we're going to go with the 11, the 74, the 57, the 23B, and the 51. Just outside of the top 5 is Dylan Smith in the 15S, the 1 car, and of Humphrey, and the 02 of Jeremy Beekner. Gotta love it. If we can get some more green flags in here, I think you're going to see a lot going on. Be able to transition maybe more to the top side, and that's a lot of guys are doing is coming back up to the top side, so caution on the track, caution on the track.
Yeah, the top side's definitely the place to be right now. The bottom's not quite worked in yet, but later on in the race, probably I'm going to say with probably about 15 laps to go, you're going to see guys making their moves on the bottom.
All right, in race reporter, we got the 26 on live feed. Sucker in there. This looked like he got in the corner way too hard coming out of 4. Was doing a really good job. No help. Had the 37 on his inside, but clipped that outside wall and just tossed the car up over, and there she is, spinning on her top.
Yeah, these big blocks here, John, you definitely want to keep a light foot on that gas pedal, or they'll just go around pretty easy on you.
Yeah, it shows, man. It really does show. Class act to the guys there in the top 10 to really gather her up. I know a lot of the guys in the back too are racing a setup that they don't normally run. So it is a fixed setup field. Some guys might be hurting on the fixed setup, but hey, man, everyone gets the same ball. You got to know how to roll it.
I feel like the setup is really good right now, and I think even later on in the race, this setup's going to come in a lot more, and I think the lap times might even drop a little bit because.
What do you think as far as is there incident points? Did he say? I can't remember.
I think it was 14.
I believe there's
Ooh.
15 incident points.
A lot of the guys in the back are getting up there. I'm sure the old 88 car, he's been having some rough times.
That's the way you start.
There you go. That's a good start right there. Oh, Lord, that's close. Woo! That's good. That's a good run right there. I can't even get off the leader. I can't even move. What do I do with my hands? What do you think, Henry? You think that 57 car is sitting there just waiting? He's been fast all race. He's been fast all race.
The other one didn't come out.
Who's that?
The other 57 that was like this, exactly like that one. Oh.
Ooh, up under him.
53 lost it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Doing a little bit of investigation here. The 53 just touches the ass end of the 15 car, sends him to the outside wall, collects 88 of Kevin Prettyman there. Sucks. Kevin was an innocent bystander, and that was not intentional on the 53's part. It's a racing incident, man. He clipped the ass end of that 15 car that was in front of him, shot him up across the track in the outside wall, and just an unfortunate deal. Looks like we lost the 11 car there. Shame, he was running really good. Looked really racy there, and we lost him to whatever. But we're going to keep her rolling through. One lap to green. Just pull them tight and let's race. Not even halfway. We're working on halfway. Just reviewing it. Was just reviewing it with me, guys. You all were along with the ride. 57 car and the 74 got connected. Couldn't really come apart for whatever reason, whether it was a 57 or the 74 not wanting to lift. But can't call that on either one of them. Just for the simple fact that it was a disagreement of space and somebody needed to lift. No one intentionally wrecked each other. We're going green right here. And good luck. Let's do it.
Starts here, or you'll have some big wrecks like that, but hopefully everybody learned a lesson and we can have some good racing from here on out.
Yeah, I think the 57's got some damage, which kind of sucks for him. But I can't really say whether someone should lift or not. But all I know is you gotta make it through the next turn to finish the race. So.
Too, you know, it happened right in front of me and just didn't have enough reaction time to get on the brakes quick enough, but hopefully we hold together here and keep on going.
Yeah, the car's looking racy right there though, but I don't see any super damage, but it looks good and Keep her running forward. Again, the last caution there, I think, was a 53 car shot into the pits under green, and it's almost kind of overcorrected. I watched it off screen. Again, a lot of guys are sticking this through. I really appreciate the people that are out on the track right now. We have a lot of guys still in this race, moving forward, you know, dodging and weaving the craziness that happened there under that one caution there with the leaders, and hope it keeps going and moving forward, because they're worth it. We're worth it. Everyone's worth it. Let's rock it.
You got to be in it to win it, John. And I bet you some of the guys in the back have probably been saving up their stuff a little bit, and they're gonna start marching their way to the front for here pretty soon.
I'm hoping so. I see that 99 at Glenn Sharp sitting there a couple rows back. He's been racy all race, keeping his nose clean. The old 15 car, the 02, sitting back one row. So we're going to see here, we're going to leave it up to the green. Looks like Jeff Kemp, man, getting a good run coming off of turn 2. He's been running that middle lane, making some speed up, making some headway. We got one in the wall, 14 car in the wall. See if we can. Oh, another one spins around. 397 took out the 14 or the. I don't know. That was crazy.
You know what they say, John, cautions breed cautions, and that looks like what we got here, but hopefully we can get it all sorted out here and finish out this race here from lap 25 on.
Give you a little peek here. Looks like 397 car just got in the ass end of the one. I don't know if he was checking up a little bit too much, but yeah, it's kind of horrible that he slams in the outside wall. Not a true racer candidate, I can say that for sure. But I don't know him. All I can do is call what I see in front of me, and that was not a really good thing he did, but it took me a minute to figure it out, and we did, and we to the leaders. We're gonna try to get some green flag runs, and we're, like I said before, trying to rule out the knuckleheads, and even though they have fast laps, doesn't mean they're fast or clean on the track. It just means that they're fast for one lap. So y'all back with me. We are live across the channels. We're going green out of this one. Great start on the 57. Great start. 15 got a good start. 51 got a good start. Everyone got a good start up front. Let's start here and let's halfway in the books. Halfway. Man, they got Adam Bell back there. He's been battling and battling. Might be a caution on the field here shortly. Car went around. I hope he can keep going. He did. He kept going. But if you can see Adam Bell, man, he's got his hands full. He's got his hands full with 31 and 99 of Glenn Sharp. Man, he's just just trying his heart out to try to keep her up there. And he's doing good too. He needs this track to get a little slicker. He's back up. Looks like Adam should be in the top 6. Yeah, he's 6. He's running 6 right now behind the 37 and Jordan. And then right in front of them is Jeremy Beekner, Dylan Smith, Jeff Kemp, and the leader of Anton. And I hope Anton didn't take out all of his posse. I mean, I hope there's a couple left in here. But you never know. Sometimes winning's better than losing. Just watching Adam Bell get by the 37. He's going to start setting sail towards the front. See if he can wind down on these guys racing hard there for first, second, third, and fourth. Adam Bell in top 5 right now. Top 4 is just relaxing, running laps, trying to figure out where is fast on the track. It's so hard. I mean, when you start racing against league members, you know what I mean? Like, Andrew, you know, you and I do it all the time. We start racing against other league members, dude, and we know we're faster, and we just need to get by them. Sometimes it's hard to really send her full out in there. So, looking good with the 15, the 51, the 02 car really racing hard together. Adam's having trouble trying to stay with it. He might be saving something for the end. Who knows? What do you think, Henry? You think give her all or nothing, or what?
I think Adams is letting the hammer down.
I think he is too. I think he's got 14 laps to give her what she's got, and then we'll figure it out. A little bit of contact with the 15 and the 51 there. Looks like the 15 was able to stay with it. That was a hard contact with our race reporter there in the 15 car, but I know he's digging it. He's having a blast. Jeremy's trying to eat that bottom up. Looks like track's kind of going middle-ish, middle high, but who knows? We'll just see when it sends out and when the dust clears. I'd be surprised though. I mean, if anyone's got any tires left in this thing. 12 laps to go. Woo! That 57 car just checking out of Anton. Having a great run. Just minding his P's and Q's and like, all right, you boys just race. I'm just going to sit here and just keep pulling away little by little.
Yeah, he's from Texas.
He's doing good. He's doing great. Great racer, man. He's been clean. Got together with the leader with the 74, but again, either one of them could have lifted off the throttle. Nothing was intentional on either part. So that's why he's still up front. He's winning the race. 74 could have got back in the race, but it happens. Lost a little blinkage there on Jeff. So I'll pull back onto Dylan a little bit. It's rare to see Adam Bell really trying to pull on those guys, but it just shows how hard the race was. I mean, because I know Adam is just digging for every little inch.
I think the laps are going to outcome him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but we still have a full group of guys on the field running laps. We're going to look at a lap car here So this may become interesting as the 57 car comes up on a lapper to see with 5 to go if they're going to get out of the way or not. Hey man, we don't have a blue and yellow flag, so I can't say that someone's going to get out of the way of the leader, and we just got to see what happens, and then we'll deal with it then.
He done good. He
did.
stayed up out of his way.
That's it. That's what we want. That's good racing. That's what brings you into true racers, guys. If you can run a race like this and be fast like this, and just remember, you don't have to win. You don't have to get 10th. You don't have to get 12th. If a racer has you on position, you move out of the way just for a second and then regain the line. That's all you got to do. And you get into the $50 reward. You get into True Racers, championship league where we give out prizes and such. That's all it's about. Like, we just have fun and we do what we do. And then Jeff Kemp's making his way by the 44. And 44 is not giving up his line. He's still racing a good line. So he's just got to keep his speed up and not be crazy and hold on to his car. And that's all we can ask. I mean, that's what it is. We got 0 to go. Boom, boom. That's it. Anton in first. Jeff Kemp in second. Dylan Smith in third. We got to round out, though. Dylan Smith coming in third. I mean, that's got to feel good. You got Jeremy Beek. You got we're in front of Beekner. And then Adam Bell. I mean, that's got to feel good. They're trying to line them up for photos, baby. Love it. All right, we're going to pull this, and we are going to pull our second place guy right now, Jeff Kemp. 1, 2, 3. Jeff, a second place run. I know you wanted a caution late there. You had a run going. What do you think, buddy? You got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got a copy.
What'd you think there late in the run? Did you want a late race caution just to bottle you back up, or what the car feel like?
Yeah, I definitely need a late race caution. I feel I had something for it there at the end, but just didn't get the late caution that I was hoping for. But overall, you did a great job. It was a great race.
How'd you like the lap car, the 44, getting out of your way? What do you think as far as that goes? Because, like I was saying in the broadcast, like, not necessarily looking for the fastest guys, but if you can get out of someone's way and not like clobber them, you know what I mean? Like they'll always become faster. But what do you think of the 44? How'd he do?
He did good. It didn't really affect me too much. Anton already had a good lead on me, so it really didn't affect me too much with that many that amount of laps left. I mean, if it were me, I would have definitely stayed out of the preferred line, the high line. I would have definitely went down low, but it's not a big deal. Like I said, it didn't make a difference. So.
Yeah, 51 car looked good all night. I was wondering what was going to happen there. I know there was a lot of cautions, and we'll keep bringing it until we get a good group of guys. I think we had a good group. It just took us a minute to get through them. And ultimately, we can't have 6 cars on the track, but throw up what does you, and we'll move on to the next one, man. That was a great race.
First of all, I got to thank Jeremy for putting on the league, you for broadcasts and Monkey Designs, Sports Atlanta Motorsports, Waterloo Auto, 22 a day. Adam, Dylan, just John, Henry, everybody that puts in all the work to make these setups what they are and these races what they are.
Dude, I love you, man. And you get down, you party. We're gonna pull another guy up in here.
Hold
that,
on, before you pull him, I got a question for him.
Oh Lord, here's our in-race report.
I want to know what you thought about the track and from lap 1 to lap 50. How do you think you could have improved your race, or what do you think as a driver here on iRacing you could have done better maybe early on in the race to maybe get up in front of that 57 car and maybe have to race him for the win rather than try to catch him? Try to keep him behind you rather than trying to reel him in.
To be honest with you, Dylan, there's nothing else that I could have done. I gave it my all right from the get-go. He was fast. I can't take anything away from him on that. I do believe if I would have gotten in front of him, I might have been able to hold him off, possibly. But honestly, throughout the whole race, I was worried about you behind me getting by.
I was gonna say, can I chime in once? Because if the 15 car wasn't breathing down your damn neck for freaking 20 laps, maybe you could have got him. Just saying, Dylan. Just saying.
Yeah, possibly. I was driving in defense mode there for quite a bit, trying to hold Dylan off. So I kind of lost my focus on the leader, but I had all I could do just to hold Dylan off.
And it was great that comes about, and Dylan asks those kinds of questions, because then it pulls out another, a part of us. And I just saw where that lap car kind of took out your top side there, and you almost about spun that fucker getting by him. So I can see.
Yeah, like I said, there was only, 4 or 5 laps left at that time, so it really didn't make a difference.
But you held on for dear life, man. You come down that corner and make that pass. But great race. We're hopefully going to see you in the next one and see you in victory lane soon. And we'll pull the next one in, buddy. Good race.
Yeah, come on, Jeff. You got to get up there in victory lane, boy. What you waiting for?
I know. It's been way too long.
Good race, Jeff. We'll see you later.
Thank you, Dylan. Thank you, John.
You got it, buddy. We got the race winner, Anton, up in here. Boom. You got a copy, buddy?
Sure do.
What's up? How's it going? Looking great.
Yeah, I just got home from work and grabbed a beer, sat down. I was like, let's see what's going on. I saw a big block modified race, and I was like, let's get in it. I get in it, and it's a broadcasted race. So I'm like, all right, cool. We'll see what happens. Didn't get any practice. We went straight to qualifying, qualified 14th. I was like, oh, these guys are pretty quick. So got in the heat race. Started 5th, ran 2nd. So I was like, all right, just got to put myself in good positions here for the feature. And it turned out to be a success. So we're sitting right here.
So take me back just a little bit with the 74, man. Like, that was a great start on your part and the 74s. And, like, I know you didn't necessarily try to push the 74 car down, but you were like, hey, man, I'm here. Like, at what point do you grab the brake? Because it almost, like, the way you hit that outside wall, it was pretty aggressive on the 74. Like, you went airborne. So at what point were you just like, if he wrecks me, he wrecks me, or like, we're just going to have to figure this out? Like, what's going through your head when he's, like, jamming your inside?
So, yeah, I was like, all right, 74 is fast. I got to get a good restart, because I know he's going to slide himself or just take my position, get up there and run the top, because that's where he had to be, So I was like, got to get a good restart. We get a good restart, and we were side by side there, and honestly thought he was going to leave me enough room. But I was as close to the wall as I could possibly be, and then I just felt a little bump I really didn't know if it was on the outside or on the inside of me or behind me because I don't run a mirror. So I haven't looked at the replay yet, but I'm assuming it was 74. I guess kind of closed me up there into the wall, and I was like, we're either gonna die or we're not. So I just kind of let off the gas and let the car just kind of settle down, and luckily somehow we made it through. I see my right side quarter panel here is a little bent up, so we'll have to go to the shop and repair it. But we made it through, and we're thankful for that. So that's about it on that part.
So Anton, as from lap 1 to lap 50, you driving the car, where do you think you found yourself kind of getting used to the car and getting off the gas, or were you just hard in the gas all the way around the racetrack? As a driver, where were you making adjustments to get faster on the track throughout the race?
So I'm always trying to find where the moisture's at. I'm always a guy who's because I race in real life. I race sprint cars. I run a little bit of USAC and stuff like that, 410s. But so I kind of have a little bit of experience in the real life world. So I kind of get the understanding of it. But I just was searching around, just trying to figure out where I needed to be and where they weren't running the best and where I was running the best. So I just kind of had to put my own situations and algorithms together to figure out how I could get around guys, and just kind of found my groove, and it got slick. So it gets slick. You can't use all the throttle. I was maybe half throttle the whole race down the straightaways, maybe a quarter throttle to 3/8 throttle in the corners. It doesn't take much, and I just tried to keep the car as straight as I could without it pushing. And it worked out, and we were able to pull away there. Looks like we had a 2-second lead, so pretty comfortable. I know those guys are probably dishing it out there pretty hard, so I was just happy to be able to get out front and get some clean air and just run consistent laps, as consistent laps as possible. So that's what we did, and it was a good race on my part, and definitely had a good battle there with Jeff and Jeremy and Dylan there for a while, and definitely Adam. So it was all around. It was a good, fun race, and congrats to them too. They ran hard, so we'll see what we can do on the next one.
So what makes you do you? So I know you have people in iRacing that, you got to shout out. So like sponsors, just people that make you faster, guys that are on the track, just you do you. Throw out them sponsors so we can hear them. And love the race, man. It was a great run.
Thank you. Gotta thank my boss, Kevin Thomas Jr. I work for him in real life with the sprint car stuff. He definitely took me under his wing and taught me a lot with the real racing world. So I'd love to thank him, Dr. Pepper, McDonald's, PXP Racewear, Velocita, Big D's Pizza. We got Environmental Oil Recovery, Duck Investments. I know we got Zamp helmets, Durst. I'm repping the Kyle Larson skin because I'm a big sprint car guy. So gotta give
it looked good. It looked good.
Shout out to him. So, so yeah, that's about it. I guess I gotta thank Coors Light because that's what I'm drinking right now. So we'll give a shout out to them too, and also to you guys. I'm not sure what y'all are, but
Monkey
whoever y'all are,
Broadcast.
hey, big shout out to y'all.
It's Monkey Broadcasting. So hit up the league, and we'll bring in our third place guy, and I think he's already in here. But great run, and we'll see you hopefully tomorrow night.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, I think we got third place. I think he's been in here the whole time. He's like lockdown. What do you think, Dylan?
I don't know, man. That 15 car looked pretty good out there tonight, didn't it?
It did. I think there was a lot of pressure from the O2. I liked the pressure that you put on Jeff. I don't know, maybe like when you were saying that you had a little bit of damage, maybe these people didn't hear it because I probably had you off, but I think you had a little bit of damage. But all in all, you got to be happy with third place. Especially with me chatter in your ear.
Yeah, and it was definitely interesting. It was fun tonight to race the whole program, and then be able to put my 2 cents in on the track and uh, take the experience I know from racing in real life and kind of give that to the viewers of the broadcast that might not know too much about being in a car or being at a race in general. Maybe somebody's watching this thinking it's fun, saying, "Hey, I got to go to a dirt track Friday night." But
Dang right. Dang right.
yeah, early on in that race, that big pile up there up front, I got into Adam. I think that might have hurt the right front, and then later in the run there with probably 10 to go, I think me and Jeff kind of got together, and I think that hurt the left front a little bit. So the handling of the car, the front end definitely wasn't where I wanted it to be, but hung on for third. Can't complain. Track got super slick and was really getting off the gas and was really fighting. Like you said, I was fighting to keep Jeremy behind me and trying to get in front of Jeff, but they're all good racers. It's tough to make a pass when the guy in front of you is just as fast as you are.
Yeah, I mean, it looked good. It always does, Dylan. So we're going to have to do this. We're going to have to count it down. We're going to do Waterloo Auto. Thanks to Waterloo Auto. We got Tad Excavating. Thanks to Dylan Smith being in here. True Racers Championship League. Monkey Designs. I'm going to sign this off, and I'm going to give it to Dylan Smith to give it what for one more time. Call out your sponsors, and we will shut her down, boy.
And just got to thank TAD Excavation, Comfort Experts Heating and Cooling, Academy Transmissions, Nelson's Bar. That's a product sponsor right there. And everybody that gets it, True Racers, Jeremy, John for broadcasting, Henry for hanging out in the booth, and all the racers on the track. And my girlfriend Marissa for watching. If I don't say it, she's gonna get mad at me.
All right, good night, guys, and calling out from the Big Monkey with Dylan Smith, Henry the Hammer Jones. This is a good night, and God bless.
Good night.